Hey team, let's have a chat about damper settings and how to find yours. The damper setting is something that's often overlooked but can make a massive difference to your workouts. So what is the damper? The damper is this lever on the side of the machine and it controls how much air can come into the cage. The settings range from 1 all the way up to 10 at the top. High damper settings allow more air into the machine. The more air, the more work it takes to spin the flywheel against the air. More air also slows down the flywheel faster on the recovery, requiring more work to accelerate it on the next stroke. Many people confuse the damper setting with intensity and resistance. Instead, intensity is controlled by how hard you pull to move the handle. This is true regardless of where the damper is at. The harder you pull, the more resistance you're going to feel. The goal isn't to use a higher damper as a measure of fitness. Setting the damper too high isn't sustainable and can fatigue your muscles quicker. On the other end, setting the damper too low will require you to row really fast to try to keep up with the speed of the flywheel. Everyone will have a different damper setting that suits them, and it'll most likely change among machines too. Most people will work best between a damper level of a 3 to a 5. So let's find your damper setting. Today we're going to be using the drag factor to find the damper that works best for us. We're going to turn on our monitor and press more options. From here we're going to go to display drag factor. We're going to be focusing on our drag factor number, which is going to show up just here. So starting with my damper on 10, I'm going to start rowing. For girls, we're going to be aiming for a drag factor of anywhere from 100 to 120, and for the guys, we're going to be aiming from 120 to 135. So as we can see, the drag factor is sitting a bit too high. It's not going to be sustainable. So from here, I'm going to take my damper down to 8 and try again. Drag factor is still a little bit high at 186, so now I'm going to go down to 6. Still sitting a bit higher at 147, so I'm going to take it down to 4. So I've now hit my drag factor at 116, which is in my range of 100 to 120. So I'm going to mark down that number to remind myself of what my damper will be next time I go into the rower. Like I said before, everyone is different and this will require a lot of testing to find the damper that works best for you. We may not get it right the first time around, so make sure you keep experimenting with other damper settings during your different workouts to find what damper setting works best for you.